Hello and welcome. Today's title is God Healed Her. Today I want to talk about God overcoming the darkness. He is in every place, that there is not anywhere where He is not. More importantly, no matter your circumstance, He will answer when you call to Him. I want to share a time when I asked from Him to show His presence, and He did. I will answer the questions from the title, and I will tell you who and how. I still do not understand why. Hello, my name is David Macon. I'm a broken pot, a sinner. I am not holy. Let me set this up for you. In Psalm 139, 7 through 8, David says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there." Jesus says in John 11, 9 through 10, "Are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see by this world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light." Started with a phone call from my boss. He opened with an apology, an unusual way to start a call. He apologized for asking me to go on a service call to repair a phone line. You see, the phone line was behind the main show bar at a famous strip club in Atlanta, Georgia. They needed it for the point of sale transaction. I agreed and went off to the venue before they opened for business. Now, I think that you agree that you do not expect God to show up in a strip club. Yet He was there. When you take the two verses I listed above, you have God saying that He is not only is He there, but He is there to give you light so you can find your way out of the darkness. Maybe that is the why. Here's what happened. I arrived before showtime and I started working on the phone line. There's a pretty young lady, 30ish, the bartender, setting up. It is fairly loud as sound checks and the general hubbub going around before opening. I'm at the far end of the large bar away from her. I never learned her name. She suddenly let out a loud F-bomb and I heard a thump. Concerned, I asked what is wrong. She tells me she just broke her finger. Now it gets weird. Weird because God's ways are so far beyond us they can never be understood. You only have to look at Job to see the struggle he had trying to understand. I do not know what prompted me, but I held out my left hand and asked her to come over to me. Okay, this was not a boo-boo level injury. Halfway down, her left pinky was jutting at a 45-degree angle. Being careful not to touch the broken pinky, I softly covered her hand with my right hand, bowed my head, and silently prayed for her hand to be healed. She gave a soft gasp and whispered, "Are you a healer?" I answered and said, "No, but Jesus is." Then I lifted my hand and she was healed. She was very happy and sank to her knees and prayed the sinner's prayer, quit her job on the spot, and became a missionary to Asia. No, none of that. She was healed and very happy about it. She returned to setting up, and I finished working on the telephone line. None of the religious questions about the state of her soul, no church dramatics. Jesus didn't do it that way. Of course, she shared what had happened with her manager and coworkers. As a thank you, the manager offered me various products that he had. I declined. When I left an hour later, I remember her standing with a coworker, wiggling her pinky as they smiled and waved goodbye. So by being obedient to God and by hearing/acting, this young lady's finger was healed in this very dark place. I do not know if it was done for her, for me, or for both, or even for you. I only know that God healed it. From this, I know that God is always there, no matter how far you think that you might have left Him. Take a moment, close your eyes, be still, and tune in. Do not wonder if He is there. Know that He is there. Thank you and blessings.